All right, quick video. I've got the ransom errands. She's at full operating temp. I'm back in my driveway, and I got the thick gaskets built in, so we'll see. Obviously, this isn't the same as if I drove around for a couple hours and really got some heat soak, but we'll see the difference in the manifold temperature versus the carburetor temperature. So, get this on. Alright, got the cold air, the bootleg intake. Okay. Put this in. Okay. So again, over, let's see. There's the gasket. So at least right now it's pretty significant difference. But again, if we were hotter weather and hours in the doghouse without a whole lot of ability to clear air except for backing down. So we'll see with the later test. But so far, so good. Second test is right now, fuel line's very firm because obviously there's fuel going through it. But now at, where is it? We're still saying, 100 degrees, right? Just over 100. Let me feel. Ooh, I mean, that's pretty warm. Wouldn't want to keep my finger on it. I mean, this is lukewarm to the touch, I'd say. This fitting feels borderline cool. Interestingly enough, this tube, and I have this heat shielded here and off, but the fuel line felt warmer than the carburetor itself. And then, I don't know if you can see, there's heat shielding around the part that gets close to the water crossover. In an ideal world, I'd rig it slightly different. But yeah, the carburetor is borderline, again, lukewarm versus everything else. And let's see. Which, and already I can feel the line seems to be cooling, or feels cooler than initial. So I don't think the carburetor's hot enough, whereas normally it was boiling off and I think gas was pushing the fuel back down through the pump. I'll try this with some clear filters to see what happens over time and see if things boil off, but so far so good. And then the final experiment will be to put in check valves to prevent fuel from being and gases from being pushed all the way down the line. That way, when you start it after an overnight or you're in a parking lot or whatever, you're not cranking and cranking just to get the fuel back up into the carburetor. But so far, the double stack thick spacers and 2-inch studs are working well. I even have a third stud, a third spacer to get closer to an inch, but so far so good.